Hello, welcome. We'll be opening up today Mystery Booster 2. I have just returned from MagicCon Las Vegas, and boy, was that absolutely fun. And a big portion of that fun was this right here. Me and some friends were able to pick up a festival in a box on Friday, the first day of the con. We got up early, got in line, and we got one of these. We opened it up, and it was so much fun. I wanted to get back in line on Sunday. We slept in on Saturday, but then Sunday I got back in line, got another one of these, and wow. I mean, this is just, they call it festival in a box. They should call it nostalgia in a box, because no matter when you started playing, that's what it's going to feel like. You're gonna say to yourself, wow, I remember that card, or oh, this was a standard monster, just whenever you started playing. So for me, that was, I mean, pretty late for some of you guys, and depending on when you started playing, it could have been a long time ago. Height for me was Innistrad, Dark Ascension, Return to Ravnica. That's when I started playing or played the most, and even if you were, started playing way before that, or even after that, you're gonna have some fun in here. So just as a little spoiler, these were my quote-unquote hits from that Friday box, including, I did get very lucky and I did pull this Urza Saga from that box there. I also got this, and I just got it signed by the artist there while I was at MagicCon there. Again, these are not maybe not the most big financial hits, but these are just great staples for me to have for my Commander collection. Outside of that, MagicCon was a ton of fun. These are other pulls that I got either purchased or pulled from packs throughout the convention, throughout that weekend, that were not part of Mystery Booster 2. These come in the festival in a box. These right here, this was the entrance thing. This was a promo that I was searching for before I even got to the con, signed up for. It said, select Final Fantasy sealed events. Come to find out, it wasn't for any of the select ones that I signed up for. So I ended up having to purchase this from a person who had signed up for the Two-Headed Giant event. That was the only way to get this promo. I was fortunate enough to get it at a very, very low price before prices were even listed, and now it has, shot up quite a bit. So has the Tifa promo, but that's not why you guys are here. Let's open this up and see what's inside here. I'm very excited to see what we get. Again, there are going to be many cards in here that I'm not familiar with, because they were from a time before I even started playing, but you'll be able to recognize them, and if you do, you just shout them out and let me know. Hey, why did you just skip over that one? That's huge, or that's expensive, or that's so powerful. I just didn't know. So feel free to let me know in the comments if I pass over something that I should not have. Otherwise, outside of this being a fun nostalgia set, it's also just a very fun set to draft, apparently. Let's see. I will not be drafting it. This is probably the wrong way to open these, which is just like this. And you'll see why in a second. So let's go ahead and open up our first pack, and I'll show you why. So let's go ahead and pop this open here. You are going to get, inside each Mystery Booster pack, you are going to get 2 cards in Wooburg order. So it's always going to be 2 white cards up front, and what it can pull from is absolutely astronomical. The set size, I think, is 1800. That may be wrong. Should have done more research. They're all going to have this Planeswalker symbol down here, denoting that it was in this Mystery Booster 2 set, just so people know it's not from the original printing. I think that's the new list symbol. So what's neat about this is they're all going to be in Wooburg order. So we're going to have 2 white, and then after that we're going to have 2 blue, 2 black, 2 red, 2 green, and then in this case we've got a land here. Is it Boilerworks? we've got our rare. And what's neat about these is, okay, so these last 3 cards, outside of this very last card, which is going to be a playtest card, these last 3 cards have a very high rate of mythics, it seems. So this is our first one here, and then we've got Whiteout. Okay. I don't know if this is special or this is just what this card looks like, but it's really cool with the white border here. So as I was saying, these last 3 cards are going to be usually pretty special. You can see this is the mystery booster symbol right here. This is just a regular rare. We'll put that just with the blues right now. And this is our mystery booster one, so we'll put that here. And then you've got this this treatment right here, this future sight treatment on this second to last card, which is really nice. Those can be really good cards. I'm actually looking for Sensei's Divining Top in this, so that's going to be my chase for this box if you want to keep an eye out with me. And then the very last card is going to be a playtest card. I'm gonna, full disclosure, I'm mostly just gonna ignore these. I will show them for, I'm just gonna say this now, I'm gonna show them for like a second or two. You can pause the video if these are for you. They're not for me. I'm just gonna show it and probably not even say the name, and then I'll just set it to the side. So that's a pack. And so what's really neat about these is they can just be, as you saw from any sets of the past, it's just all mixed in there, which is really neat. So, but what's also really cool is, so we've got Master Decoy, Hive Stirrings. Like, look at the variation. We've got M14 over here and Tempest, right? Is that what that is? Someone please correct me, but I think that's it. And what's really neat is that you're gonna get some, just out of nowhere, really powerful cards. Like, you can just go through here and you might just, the first card you see might just be a Reconnaissance, and you'll just have that like as a staple in your arsenal from now on. Which is really nice for me because I had no, outside of buying singles, I don't have access to some of these older powerful cards, which, you know, can be, you know, legacy staples or things like that. So we got another land here. Oh, look, there's a fun white border reliquary tower here. Okay, so we've got Elmar. Not familiar with that one there. Strategy pile there. Here's our white border, and we've got a fun ball lightning. There we go, in this treatment here. So I'll put our white borders in this one here, and then I'll put our special treatment there. Here's that card if that interests you. And we'll go to the next pack. Start to go a little faster now that you guys know what we're looking for, but yeah, MagicCon was a ton of fun. Got to meet a lot of people and buy a lot, sell a lot, and it was just a ton of fun. Benjamin, recalculation, Feign Death. I actually needed a Feign Death. I know it's somewhat newer, but I was looking for one of those. And this is a really neat set because it's going to be full of, this is like a curated set, and it's going to be full of cards that, at least for me, you know, starting to play again. I mentioned when I started playing, and then I took a long break for about a decade. Coming back, there's a lot of cards that I just quote unquote like missed, and this is just a great way to get them. Like, this is what, Amonkhet maybe, or I think that's what that symbol is. You can, or you know, Devastation. I didn't play during that. Here's a hollow one. Look at that. Demonic Consultation. Exactly what I was talking about just now. This set is going to be full of amazing staples at the common and uncommon and rare slot that are just going to be great to have. There's rare here in the white border, and then the Future Sight Demonic Consultation. Beautiful. So it's really neat to just build out my collection, and then you can always get lucky and pull something crazy. Me and some friends, we opened these together. It was a ton of fun on Friday night. And Talon's Invocation. Just like, I remember this card. This is M13, excuse me. I remember like drafting this, and you guys are gonna say that when you open these up. You're like, oh, I remember that card from when I started playing. See, I'm passing by some of these cards, but maybe like this is when you started playing, when Guiltleaf Winnower was good. And this is just a ton of fun to open, and you can see no matter what year or what decade you started playing, you're like, oh yeah, that's that's Venom Spout Brachus, you know? So that's what's really neat about this set, and I'm having a ton of fun opening these. Like, I missed, is this Kamigawa? I didn't play in this at all, but I'm getting Kamigawa cards right now without having to buy Kamigawa, which is nice. Hangerback Walker, you know, I've heard great things. Okay, we've got a Whiteboard Brain Furies. Nice, little finisher there. We'll put this up with that. And Mana Short. So, not super relevant now, but we'll keep these organized that way. A lot to go. Yeah, again, one of my friends, we opened these up, and even though we had like some crossover, similar cards, like I got an Urza Saga, another one of my friends also got an Urza Saga, pulled at the same time, but then another one of my friends in the same room pulled a foil City of Brass, which was like, what? I didn't even know that was in this. Just the crazy variants, just a Goblin Taskmaster next to Burning Prophet here. So hopefully you guys are having as much fun checking these out. Masked Vandal. Here's another thing. So like, look, here's a Shapeshifter, Common Changeling from, what is this? One of the original Tarkir ones. See, I missed this. I think that is. I can't even remember. Because this is about the time I stopped playing. I remember that set symbol, but I just don't have this in my collection. I'm not about to, you know, spend 10 cents plus shipping to get it. But now I just have it. Which is nice. Arcanus the Omnipotent is a mythic here from, I'm not sure what that set symbol is. And see, that's a beautiful white border Mental Misstep there, which is great. Now a white border Mental Misstep, and this treatment of Relic of Progenitors looks amazing. It even looks a little zoomed in there. Like, I remember this, and this card itself is, I checked it, and it's getting up there now, and I'm not sure why. Maybe you guys know. I'm gonna put these, organize them up there, I guess. Actually, this one is here. All right, next one. Had a ton of fun. Met a lot of content creators. Got some cards and playmats signed by artists. Highly recommend MagicCon if this is even just a small hobby for you. Just being in an atmosphere with a lot of like-minded people was just a lot of fun, refreshing, and it was great. Again, please let me know if I am just lumping anything special, expensive, powerful in with all of this. It's kind of bulk right now until I scan it in, just because I'm just so unfamiliar with these. I really only play Commander casually now. I used to play, you know, standard, modern, almost semi-competitively, but not quite. Again, Golgari Charm, that definitely rings a bell. Hey, beautiful Noble Hierarch here. Like, I just get one without having to buy whatever this was. Double Masters or Modern Masters 2, whatever that one was. And a white border Thespian stage. I'm definitely going to use this. So I would highly recommend, if you are able to get this, with the caveat, at MSRP, would recommend it. Not at the resale prices I saw them at the convention. Even downstairs, the vendors were selling them for, I think, $350 or more. Probably wouldn't recommend it at that price. But if you're able to get it somewhere close to MSRP, it's a very fun set to open, and I assume draft. Draft is not my cup of tea. I don't really enjoy it. I'm not good at it. Probably one reason or the other. I don't own an Aven Mind Sensor. I now do. So there we go. That's case in point, you know. These are things that I like, singles I don't have to buy now, like little things if I want to make like a pet deck or niche deck that's like, oh yeah, this would be great in there. Oh, I don't have it and I don't want to spend, you know, less than $1 just to order it. Now, like this set is just full of them. Mutagenic Growth, that's great for, like, if you just missed Phyrexia, like if this was before your time, like there's a ton of stuff in here. There's no guarantee you're gonna get these things that you need, but this is just a sample of what you could get, right? All right, bonus round here. And then we've got, for our white border, Archon of Emeria. These white borders especially look fun on the white cards. Let's see. Underworld Breach. That looks great. And that. Okay, white border. Interesting. Go. Next one. Third of the way through. Let's see what else we can get. The only downside of the con, at least for me, is that it was in Vegas in June, so it was very hot. I'm a little bit more prepared for it because I'm from Texas, so I'm a little bit more prepared for the heat than maybe most people, but it was pretty oppressive. It was okay in the shade, actually. I'm used to a more humid heat. This was definitely a dry heat, so if you're in the shade, you're fine. Prior Patch, Trumpet Guardian, a Counter Squall, I know that one. Got an Earthshaker Giant, Mythic here. I don't know what symbol that is. Earthshaker Giant is battlefield, other creatures +3/+3, trample it till end of turn. So it's a 6 mana, kind of game ender effect, a little overrun. Thornbite Staff. Let's see where I'm putting these. I'm a little turned around here. With my sorting. And then white border and Ascend Your Vampire. So this is, we're about a third of the way through. I think not as good so far as that first box, but we've got so much more of this left. Can always be surprised. As you can tell, we're taking this slow. Avacyn's. We're just gonna go through Curious Obsession. Nice. Battle Reach Blessing, Vile Requiem, Flame Slash, Skewer the Critics. See, these are familiar to me. I know these cards. If that gives you any indication of when I played. These I do not know. Spike Colony and Muscle Burst. What does this even do? 4+1/+1 counter, removal counter. Huh, that's very expensive. Terrain Generator, okay. Mythic here. Brightling gives, it's giving Aetherling. I don't know if this was before or after. Again, it's in my blind spot a little. But yeah, it's so funny. I know Aetherling, that's like when Beautiful Snow-Covered Plains. That's the height of when I was playing. I asked a friend of mine, ooh, and a Gush. Asked a friend of mine, hey, could Aetherling see play or like be a win condition like in today's standard? And they just laughed at me. Like, there's no way. I mean, even the Pro Tour at Vegas, like, it was just all rut, just so fast. Hey, Ghostly Prison, that probably would have helped. Continue Blade Master. Let's see, again, look, first card right here. There's a Ghostly Prison just here hanging out. So I'm just gonna, again, I'm just sorting these by color, and then I'll go through them later. It just helps me, again, because I mostly play Commander, to just sort by color, and then I'll run through these later to see any that stand out. Teferi. Elvish Spirit Guide. Very nice, in a white border. And Temporal Manipulation. That's actually a cute one. Having Season. All right. We've got Sentinel Sliver. Sliver's popping up as well a lot in here. I've been telling my friends, like, Sliver's like something I would never play, but seeing them here, Aetherized, man, this card's great. I throw this in Commander decks. Whoa, sorry guys. I throw this in decks now and nobody sees it coming. Like, it's just, I don't, is it good? Is it esoteric? I think I've seen it reprinted even in pre-cons, but that's the art I remember, but no one sees that coming. It's like the old school, like, Settle the Wreckage. Like, just no one plans for that. Thorn Mammoth. Oh, great, look at that. A white border Dryad Arbor. I do now. I now own a Dryad Arbor. Did not before. So that's great. And Death Shadow here in this treatment. I pulled one of those beforehand, but that's okay. Again, I'm looking for Sensei's Divining Type, which in this set is at uncommon, at least in that Future Sight treatment. Stasis Snare. There's an artifact right here. Is this blue? Yeah, it's technically blue right there. Oh, Invisible Stalker. Wow. I had to teach one of my friends what boggles meant. Oh, Oblique. Again, look, just here in the black parts right here, like I'm just going to stick this with black, but I mean, I probably should just set this off to the side because I don't own an Oblique and would love to throw it in at least one deck that I have now. So this is just full of great crap. Murderous Redcap. Can play it right now with Celeste. I don't own one. Now I do. You guys are going to keep hearing that, sorry. Now own one. Ranger of Eos, same story. Now own a Ranger of Eos. Skyclave Apparition, right there. And we've got an Equilibrium here. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may pay 1. If you do, return target creature to its owner's hand. Wow. I think I've seen that on the list of underrated EDH cards. There we go. There's now one in my collection, and this will go over here. We're about halfway through the box. Again, this is going to be a slow and steady opening. Probably should have mentioned that at the outset, but just having a ton of fun. That's how most of my unboxings are going to go. All right, Swift Justice and Fairies Honor Guard. Oh, Spell Stutter. That's the modern deck I ran for a very long time. Is Mono Blue Fairies, just tempo fairies with Mistbind Click top end. Rush of Vitality Corrupt. Not super consistent, but it was easy for me to play at the time. Hornsliver, Gaia's Anthem. Very nice. Null-Eyed Ferox. I remember that. Our foil is here, but before that we've got a white border Environmental Sciences, and our foil is Chain of Vapor. So, didn't mention that, or maybe I have. There's an average of about 1 foil per box, at least for this treatment here. Return target on put it here, then so land if the player does, they may copy this spell and choose a new copy. I think this is a cycle, chain cycle. I'm not sure if this is a good one or not. But there we go. That's our foil for the box. Maybe we'll get another one. Most likely not. We shall see. Please let me know in the comments if that is a good one to have in foil. Probably no City of Brass, but let's see. Reverend Hoplet, Valorous Steed. Oh, great Serum Visions. I wanted this treatment in Serum Visions. I say treatment, this art in Serum Visions. I had the old one with the girl on it from, I can't remember, The Sign in Blood, of course. Furious Rise, Quarter Cat in Red. Got a Vine there, Wall of Mulch. Unstable Frontier is a land. And we got a Mythic. Oh, Prosper Tomebound. Okay, don't own this, but if I ever want to run it, there it is. I've definitely heard of it. I've never played against it. Let's see, we've got White Border, Garuga, and a Cabal Ritual. Great, so we got another one. Always nice. These are good value either for trade, or I can throw them in other decks that run black. I'm running few black decks at the moment. That will at least save me from having to switch them out, which is always nice if I'm running different sleeves. Quarter Paladin, actually thinking of making a knight, or I kind of want to try out clerics. There is a, what is it, Cleric Lord or Cleric Payoff in the new Final Fantasy set. I want to say it's Aerith, one of them, but I can't remember. I know there's one Aerith that does something different, but there's some Cleric Payoff. Maybe it's not Aerith. I can't recall it at the moment. Please let me know. Clothis, God of Destiny, Mythic here. Again, high rate of Mythics in this. whether they're good or bad, a lot of them are bad, unfortunately. But there's, again, like I want to stress this, so there's a lot of really high value and good and playable uncommons and rares, especially. I mean, look right here, this white border Stitcher Supplier, very playable. That's also, and Contamination. Very torn on running this. I mean, obviously there's good things, but it's pretty heavy stacks. Is that, tell me your guys' opinion on Contamination if you see it across the table. Is it something you can work around? Is it an instant scoop card? What do you do? Destroy Evil and Porcelain Engineer. These different blues, man. Just how things have changed. Jackmore Plague, Bastion of Remembrance. Again, just the difference in age of those. Scourge Devil, Decay's Downfall. Massive Might. There we go. Oh, okay. Liliana Death Mage. This is M21. I actually don't recognize this one. +1 target creature in graveyard or hand. Not bad. Ooh, it's 6 though. Destroy target creature. It's a loses to life. Target plus loses to I don't think that's too special. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Isochron Scepter. That is special. In white border. Isochron Scepter. Very nice. And a Standstill. Kind of prefer the uncommon there to that mythic we pulled. So just goes to show. All right, 2/3 of the way through. Almost done. Would love to see, let's see, Constricting Sliver. Again, I don't think I finished talking about Sliver, is something that I've never really been interested in, but seeing them here all together may be a little more appealing now. Ruin Crab, Mesmeric Feint, and Terror. Great art. Terror. Hellspark Elemental and Scrapwork Mutt. And our last 2 greens here. All right, Pandemonium is our rare here. There's the battlefield. Creature controller may have it deal damage equal to its power to target creature player. Is their choice. Neat. White border, Soul of Theros. I'm not familiar with this card. 6 mana and 6 mana creature to, or 6 mana exile graveyard creatures you control. Okay, I see. Okay. And here we've got a Serum Powder. So we are still looking for, I think, a bit more value to kind of hit where me and my friends were on Friday with those boxes, which were really nice. I will say these packs open up very easily, not like those Final Fantasy Collective boosters that I definitely had to take a pair of scissors to every time. Oh, it's a beautiful rewind. There's a Saga. Douthie Embrace. Speaking of Douthie, I love a Douthie Voidwalker. I don't have one of those. I know they're not super expensive, but it would be nice to just pull one from here. I know it's in the set. Mog Infestation. Unnatural Selection. Okay. Is our white border. And Energy Flux. Last card. I will say though, I did get pretty lucky with Final Fantasy Collector boosters. Check out that video if you haven't seen it. Posted here, Administrative Obligation. So no reason to complain about pulls right now. Order of Yawgmoth, Sengir Autocrat, About Face, Falconet Celebrants. Oh, Canvas Transformation, nice. Don't have to buy that. Skynet Vanguard. Oh, Prosh. Already have one of those. Picked one up on Friday. Limdual's Vault. Is our white border? Oh, look at that. There we go. Pact of Negation. And this nice treatment here. Very nice. All right. What do we have? 2, 4, 5 more packs. Omen of the Sun, Fierce Retribution. We've got Windfall, nice. I don't own a Windfall. Now I own a Windfall. Ultimate Prize, Bone Shards, Dwarven Miner, Fire Valley Changeling, Brood Monitor. Huh, neat. Presence of Gond. Got a Ghost Town. Alright, moving on to the rare. We've got Berserker's Onslaught as our rare. A beautiful white border Day of Judgment. And Triumph of Ferocity. Alright. Thank you guys again for joining. Hopefully this is informative or entertaining or both. If you either are looking to pick up a Mystery Booster 2 crew, if you're looking to pick up a Mystery Booster 2, you can kind of see what you can expect and just what the experience is like. Oh, Raven's Crown. Tafriel. The Sanderson card. I remember love running this card in Arena. Let's see. Brandon Sanderson, that is, I should say. I think he got to either help design the card or the character. Can't not recall. It's a Chain Whirler, always nice to have, and a Kitchen Finks. Let's see. White border and a Show and Tell is the mythic here. All right, Restoration Specialist with an Ethereal Armor with a Judge symbol. I don't know why. Somebody can let me know. Silver Mirror for Spike. Blood Throne Vampire, Blood Curdle, Invigorating Surge, Might of Old Krosa, love to see it. Ornithopter of Paradise. Is that a Modern Horizons card, I think? It's a Ornithopter with a Paradise Mantle. Oh, Leovold, Emissary of Trust. Okay, I've definitely heard of this card. That's the most I can say about that. Sorry, very few artifacts apparently. Tiny artifact pile to find. Blazing Root Walla, not to be confused with Basking, and a Winds of Change. Okay, last 2 packs. Let's see what we can get. Urza, his Saga, or the top would be ideal. If not, I think we have enough to trade for the top, probably. All right, Afterlife, Prava, Spreading Seas, cute Amoeboid Changeling, Attempted Murder, Demir House Guard, Dark Dweller Oracle, Thermo Alchemist. Again, if I am just like speedrunning past anything that is just like, why did you not stop on that? Please do let me know. Either very powerful in commander format or, oh, Clever Impersonator, nice. Or high value that I just am not focusing on, please let me know. Clever Impersonator, our white is Cathar's Crusade, white border, and Future Sight, Maddening Hex, Aura Curse. Last pack, here we go. Lorna Leona, what we got? Again, hopefully this has been helpful if you're looking into getting a Mystery Booster 2 box. This is what you can expect. And you can, again, see it's 2 of each Wooburg color right at the beginning, straight for drafting. So you know exactly what you're getting. Hatchet Bully, Ire Shaman, Incremental Growth, Rampant Growth, lots of growth. That's a nice rampant growth. I've never seen that. Let's focus. We got Edgewalker. Again, last ones here. Silumgar. Okay, can we get something better than a Silumgar? Okay. White Ported Gataxian Pro. That is, I guess, better than Silumgar. And our last card is a Soul Ring. Of course. Of course, of course. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining. I will leave you with this. Soul Ring, not quite in Urza Saga, but, you know, kind of the word of the day when you think of Mystery Booster 2 is going to be it's going to be playable. Like there are a lot of playable staples within here. I'll go through these one last time and we'll call it a video. We got Soldering, Maddening Hex, Winds of Change, Show and Tell. These are all the future set ones. I mean, yeah, there's nothing to complain about here. I got a Pact of Negation, Energy Flux, Serum Powder, Standstill, Contamination, Cabal Ritual. I mean, these are great. Foil, again, the 1 per box average. I've heard 0 one time, maybe. Someone got 0. Maybe they miscounted. Maybe they didn't notice. Up to maybe 2, but the average is definitely going to be 1 most of the time. And you want the foil to be something powerful. Equilibrium, good card. Death Shadow, Temporal Manipulation, Gush, nice. Sengir Vampire, Underworld Breach, Ruination, Relic, Mana Short, Demonic Consultation, Ball Lightning, and Scale Lord Reckoner. And then I probably won't name all these. I'll just go through them. These are our white border ones here. So you can see there's a nice concept. We'll put that up front. Triad Arbor. Oh, Spirit Guide. Well, there you go. Thank you all for joining in this Mystery Booster 2 unboxing.